What's going on, everyone? So, as of lately, the last 2 days, this kind of news story's been kind of breaking around. Even though I don't see really what the big nonsense is, what the big hoopla is. I don't understand why just this small thing became so toxic. So, everyone's little favorite popular streamer, not little, I don't mean that disrespect, but the most popular streamer, Ninja, had a interview with the New York Times talking about still his success, what his plans are for the future, and if some of his other past quotes and stuff about streaming for women and stuff like that. But there is one thing that people seem to be picking up on, and kind of getting at him for some reason I don't know. And I'm not the biggest Ninja fan. I was way more into him in the Halo days and stuff like that. But Fortnite and all that kind of stuff, I've kind of fallen off. But super happy for him. He's done. He's put in the grind. He's put in the work. So great job for him. But the big thing comes down to his quote about parents should be the ones parenting his kids. It's not his job to teach kids about racism and white privilege. Now, so again, small caveat, I have not seen every single one of his streams. I never went to Mixer and stuff like that to go watch him. But the few times I've seen it, he's never been afraid to put his stance on what he believes. So though he isn't, hosting a 24-hour thing about, politics, racism, stuff like that, he has come up and, talked about how he doesn't believe in those things and all that stuff. So it's weird that people are kind of ignoring that. So anyone who's seen him knows that he's not afraid to kind of be like, hey, this is right, this is wrong in his beliefs. But the most interesting quote, and I'm pulling this from the GameStop's article, Jeremy Winslow, that published this on January 25th, 2021. I'm only using this because I didn't want to use the actual New York Times thing. I just really only wanted 2 quotes. But this quote right here, but it all comes down to parenting, Ninja said. You want to know who your kid is? Listen to him when he's playing video games, when he thinks you're not. Here's another thing. How does a white kid know he has white privilege if his parents never teach him or talk about racism? Ninja went on to say that it's not his job to teach kids about cultural or topics related to race because his first instinct is to assume he's being trolled in the chat. Now, that's just the matter of the internet. He's absolutely right about this. Again, that's one thing people are trying to come at him for some reason. And again, I'm not the big Ninja defender. He doesn't really even need me to make this video. I just thought it was so strange that, this is the internet. You can put anything you enjoy out there. You can put a picture and be like, I drew this and I'm really happy about it. All your family and friends are going to love it. Someone's going to tell you it looks bad. It's going to look terrible. It looks like shit. Whatever it may be, you're going to have a hater. It's just what it is. Just look at, if you're looking in the gaming realm, we'll keep it in that area. It's a big sin to like Cyberpunk 2077. I really enjoyed my time with it. Is the game perfect? No. Is it broken? Yes. Is it even more broken now? There's that weird bug. Who knows? But thing is, you can't go out there and say you like it because you're going to get trolled. So he's absolutely right about this. That obviously if he started to every stream be like, racism is bad, you're going to get the people who are just going to start trolling him just to get noticed. And he even mentions about that. He uses an example of a 69 fart sniffer. Like, someone will attack him just so they can get noticed, get their name read out loud, and then they fangirl. And I see this all the time in going to IGN comments and IGN, viewers who attack all the people working at IGN until that person responds, and sometimes they will, and then it's, oh my god, Brian Altano, he noticed me. But that's not the way to get yourself noticed, is to attack someone to hopefully get them mad enough to respond to you, and then you want to erase your tweets and stuff like that. Now that's that little section. I kind of want to move to pretty much 2 different bulks. The other bulk is that it's not his job to parent your children, and that's completely true, which is that first one. Now, I'm a father of 2. My situation's very different. That's a topic for another day. But I do see it as an issue when kids are planted in front of their screens, whether it be your tablet, their phone and stuff, and not that they're just watching their show or watching their programs, but are expected to see these streamers, see these people online, the Minecraft streamers, any streamer, really who it is, and those are now their role models. When growing up, my role models were my parents and, maybe a few things like people you heard in the news and things like that, and celebrities, I guess. When you're younger, you think that, but the people in my life were the ones who were inspiring me. In this world now, we're all connected, and every device shows thousands of people streaming from everywhere and anywhere. Now, it's not their job. Even though you're the one who plants them in front of the TV for hours watching Ninja play Fortnite, it's not his job to raise them. It's not his job to tell them how to go, doing the potty training and stuff like that. It's not his job. Now, Ninja does have a responsibility as such a popular streamer to be conscious, and he says that in his interview that he's conscious of that. He's conscious of, people come at him with not streaming alone, like one-on-one with female streamers, and he does that out of respect because he's seen what's going on. He's seen what happens with other people, and he has respect for his wife to not have to have that kind of in there. And he uses a great example, which was, I think, the Ryan Reynolds movie thing. It's actually a really interesting interview that I wouldn't mind, people going out to read. I would kind of suggest it. But so it is interesting. It's not his job. So it does frustrate me when I see people putting their kids in front of their TV and expect Ninja, or you expect Moist Critical, you expect any of these people, Dashie and all these other streamers and things like that. Those aren't the people who have to raise your kids. It's the same way even when I was a kid. I didn't expect Steve from Blue's Clues to be the one to teach me things. I watched it and I did learn my lessons from it. There were certain lessons from that. But the exposure of certain things should be brought upon by the parents. Ninja's not everyone's dad. Ninja's not my dad. That's the issue. And that's really what it is. He's there for entertainment purposes and for community purposes, and all the positivity that he does bring to it is exciting, and it's really good to see. There's all the drama between Mixer and stuff like that, and he still stands by his Mixer deal, and I completely understand it, because there's no one in the world who at that time maybe would have got the deal and stuff like that Mixer was offering him, would have said no to it. Let's be honest. So I do like that he's really standing his ground, and he did this interview, knew he was going to get backlash for certain comments, and he still put it out. He still, signed off on it. He's clarified a few things on Twitter, and I believe his wife has also come out there and been doing that as well, and it just makes sense. I think people do need to know that, yes, though he has a platform and a connection to all these kids, and all this younger crew, not really kids, but all these younger people who are watching him, though he can be an inspiration to some of them, it's not his job to make sure that they all are raised properly. That's not his job. It's not who he is. One day he's going to have kids of his own. I don't think he has any, but, one day he'll have kids of his own. It'll be his job to show his kids the right and wrong of way of living and the right things to do. Why racism is horrible then, now, and forever will be horrible, and why it's bad. That's his job as a parent, when he's a parent to his kids. The same way I would have done that with my kids. So that's where there's really issue there. And that's why I really enjoy and stand out. He gained a little bit more respect. I've never had a problem with Ninja. And I think he just gained a little bit more respect where he's able to come out and say, it's not my fault your kid sitting in front of a TV, a tablet, a phone, and taking everything I do and taking everything that's in my chat that he doesn't really have control over to heart, and thinking that that's his life lessons. Now, he's, like I said, to end this off, he has come out on podiums and stuff and said certain things he believes in, certain things he doesn't believe in, what he thinks is right and wrong, and what he believes in. And when he did do that, people just attacked him. Oh, stick to gaming, you don't know what you're doing. So you can't have it both ways. It doesn't make sense. There's no reason to have it that way. So that's just kind of my 1-2 cents. It's been not rattling around in my head since I read the interview. I saw Ninja trending. I needed to see what was going on. And, as a parent, I just wanted to put it out there that I completely agree with him. It's not it's not his job to be the one to teach kids about right and wrong, why racism is bad, how to handle bullies. That's not something he needs to do. That's something he needs to do for his children when the day comes, not for everyone else's children, just because he does have a platform. A platform that he can use for good, has used for good, and will continue to do what he wants. It's his platform. It's his branding. It's the content he makes. So, yeah, that's all I had to say about that. So, see you guys next time.